All right. Hello, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thanks for clicking, and I hope that you find something valuable within this reading today. And if you do not, I hope you find it elsewhere. I truly do. If you're returning, thanks for returning. Excited to have you here. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Cancer for the month of April 2023. I almost forgot who I was doing. I'm going to start off with dice and then move on to astrology cards and then tarot cards. So let's see what we got here. Everybody's getting ones and something else. It's so fascinating. Aries, month of Aries is truly a sign to focus on the self. So you got a 1 and 4, which means that your total is going to be 5. Could be some challenges this month, especially around feeling stabilized, whether that's in your environment, your physical body, um, anything that has a structure, right? 4 limbs. We've got the body, we've got the house, we've got the environment that we work in. But it feels like this is very foundational. It also feels like there is this specific challenge that's being addressed around things that you need to let go of. So this could quite literally be physical things. I think there's a need to I almost want to say like really allow yourself to be supported this month, because I think with whatever these challenges are, it almost reminds me of if you're not taking care of yourself, it's going to be really hard to take care of other people. And sometimes you need to allow yourself to be taken care of, or you need to allow yourself to be supported. Because at the heart of this 4, I can see the 1. But there could be a lot of internal conflict with this, and external, I might add. So there may be some challenging things going on. You just had Mars move into your sign as well, so dependent upon where that's hitting you. Mars does not do very well in Cancer, so it can be quite debilitated there. We can have a lot of emotional stuff come up. Repressed emotion can come to the surface. We can experience frustration. For those of you, if it's like hitting your rising sign, you can actually experience like a physical repercussion of something. So it's very important to pay attention to your physical health at this time, because it can result in injury. Ooh, what is going on with y'all? You're the only sign thus far that has had the majority of your cards reversed for the astrology cards thus far. Very fascinating. Okay, so we've got the 10th house in reverse. We also have the 5th house in reverse. We've got Ceres in reverse, and we also have the midheaven in the upright. For some of you, your midheaven is your focus right now. With us having Aries in, oh my God, with us being in Aries season or having the eclipses in North Node in Aries, some of you actually might have an Aries midheaven, or you might have an Aries IC, which would make Libra your midheaven. So it would be important to check out on that. Either way, the Aries eclipses and the Aries North Node and Libra South Node, your sign is going to be squaring that stuff for the next year and a half. So, I mean, you're going to be dealing with stuff in that area. You also still have the square going on with Chiron being in Aries. So it's just, once again, it makes sense that you're having 5 come up, because it's a point of tension and it's a point of challenge, and that's what squares are. Squares present a lot of friction, and it's about what we do with that friction. So a lot of times those squares can or not prevent, present beautiful opportunities to go beyond, right? To find solutions, um, to find creative solutions, to overcome the challenges, and also teach us when we need to sit back and when we need to act. So there definitely is a delicate balance around this. But with you guys having 10th house, 5th house, and series all in the reverse, the key words for these cards are authority, passion, and nurture. So I just feel like there's going to be a part of you that is exhausted. So I'm like, I really want you guys to take care of yourselves. Please take care of yourselves. And make sure that like the pinnacle of the thing that you're trying to achieve or strive for within your midheaven, it still has that passion attached to it. Because I feel like if you're just going for it for the sake of going for it, that's where there can be like an insult to injury here. Also, with midheaven and the upright here, there could be a very significant event that kind of puts you in the spotlight, for better or for worse. I mean, I think it's for the better, but with these cards in the reverse, I'm like, all publicity, as they say. Let's get started with these cards. We have the Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck with Judgment in the reverse. So I feel like you're kind of waiting on something here. I feel like there's a lot going on with you, like from a distance. You're either waiting on receiving something, waiting on the news of something, or waiting on something to come your way. It also feels like you could quite literally be waiting for something to happen because Three of Wands has a lot to do with like exerting particular actions and then waiting on the return of whatever these actions are around. The beginning of your reading, you've got the Queen of Wands and the Hermit cards. There definitely is this more passive energy that's being reflected, even though it's within an active element. This also could be an individual that you're thinking about, because there seems to be a lot of thought and a lot of focus around this, or a lot of looking and shining a light on it, even though it may feel like it's in the dark. There could be distance in this as well. Because the hermit is usually at the very top of a mountain peak, very separated from everything. But there's reflection here. I feel like you might even be reflecting on someone's words. Like I feel like somebody's words stuck with you, or something someone said stuck with you. And I think that you're definitely like in deep reflection on this with the hermit, and then the Four of Swords and the Queen of Swords in the upright. And at the very end, you've got the Three of Swords in reverse. So the Three of Swords exists in the Four of Swords card, right? Like it's right up here on the wall. So it feels like there's something that you're thinking about that someone has said or someone did say, or you're reflecting on these conversations, or you're reflecting on this particular thing. I also feel like there could be some particular type of communication or news that puts you in a state of reflection. Because I feel like you're really trying to understand and find the truth about something. Once again, especially with that hermit there. And at the very end, we have justice in the reverse. There's something about truth here. There's something about the truth behind a statement, the truth behind someone's words, maybe even the truth behind feeling or feelings. Because it feels like something's happening here where it's like all of the barriers are starting to peel away. Now, at the heart of this, we've got the Nine of Cups with the Ten of Swords. When it comes to this expression or this conversation or this thing that's sticking with you in your mind or something that was said, don't shoot the messenger here, okay? I'm just saying what I see. I feel like you wanted to prove somebody wrong here for the sake of being right. Even if you weren't doing it intentionally. I think that you wanted to believe or be satisfied with the idea that you had control over this in some way. Because I think there's something here about just wanting what you want or wanting to get what you want or wanting to be satisfied with something or wanting to, really feel like something was obtained here. But the thing with the Nine of Cups is it's very short-lived. Insult to injury, right? And I think that's what this is with the Ten of Swords. I think it's insult to injury. I feel like you're starting to see something very clearly. And I think like I said, somebody's words are sticking with you. There's something about replaying a conversation over and over in your head or replaying the words of someone over and over in your head. Because I think the very thing that you tried to resist or the very thing that you tried to keep out or the very thing that you tried to block from happening or like stop from happening is happening in the Wheel of Fortune card. Right? Time is revealing something in a very particular way. And with Justice in the reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse, I don't know if you're accepting this right now or you're waiting for something to happen. Something here was very unjust. Like something here it wasn't right. And I think there actually is a lot of repressed pain here and a lot of repressed heartache. And really, I think that you're not ready to accept something. Like I think in your mind you're trying to, or in your heart or in your body you're trying to, but at the end of the day, it's almost like you're not going to feel good until you get what you want, or you're not going to feel the best that you can until you get what you want. And I think you might be fighting for this in other areas of your life and the areas that you can't obtain it in. So it's almost like, okay, well, if I can't get this here, then I'm going to get it here. So let's see what the overall outcome for April is, especially with this Justice in the reverse card and the Three of Swords in reverse. Here you are. All right. So we've got the King of Cups with the Two of Pentacles and the Six of Cups and the Fool card. I think you're trying to figure out what it is that you want to do, and more importantly, what is the right thing to do. Because you have this new opportunity that's kind of waiting here, and it's been waiting for a while. Like, whatever this is so repressed, it hurts. But I feel like you're really trying to understand something, and you're really trying to get things balanced out in your life before you truly can embrace whatever this is. But at the same time, I think that there is some sort of level of like humility that is attached to this. But it really feels like that there is something here that is akin to the sun for you. I think there's something you really want to embrace here, and there's something that's really important to you, but I think you've just been struggling. Nobody would know it, though. I think you've been stonewalling for a while, but I think that all of those defenses are really coming down. And And Justice in the reverse and Three of Swords in the reverse, look, whatever is wrong will be made right. It may not be right in the way you anticipate it or made right in the way that you anticipate it, but it will be. But I think you've got to fucking let something go. Like whether that's physically, emotionally, mentally, or somebody else does. Because this shit is not on your time. And that's the other thing too. I think with a lot of this, time has been very important in this, and like it's been time. And I think the resistance of this is what's going to make it that much more challenging. So, my beautiful, lovely Cancers, make sure you're taking the time to take care of yourself and look after your own needs, wants, and desires this month. Do not push yourself. Allow yourself to be supported. Um, and really, I mean, I think this month is going to be a bit of an aha moment for you, just not in a very obvious way. I think it's going to be very subtle, and I think it's going to be very internalized. But be prepared for your defenses to come down a little bit, and be prepared to see something with clarity. I'll see you guys next month.